Was there even any competition? Elden Ring is probably the greatest game that has come out in the past couple of years. The sheer amount of effort, visual beauty, uniqueness, and experiences are enough to be worth the price of entry. From the putrid atmosphere of Caelid to the quiet beauty of Nokron, Elden Ring's world is brimming with personality and intrigue. It's been so long since I played a game where I was this interested in the world. A combination of both skillful player funneling and vistas so awe-inducing. It defines the meaning of virtual tourism. These visuals are so fresh and new, something we haven't seen in a long time. But let's be real, Elden Ring doesn't have high-definition textures, or motion-captured characters, or even an extensive ray tracing algorithm. But what it does have is a sense of artistic authenticity. It's like Miyazaki sat us all down one day and said, let me show you what we can do. Visual art, unbound creativity, ethereal beauty in both the world and its inhabitants. There was a time in Memoriam where we all thought this game looked like Dark Souls 4, but we were wrong. We were dead wrong. Elden Ring is both Dark Souls 4 and 5 combined, DLCs included. The amount of content here, quality content, is shocking and praiseworthy, especially in our current gaming market. The bosses of Elden Ring are both the highlights and the hidden gems of this world, the grand milestones of your journey, standing as thematic representations of the dungeon you just cleared, and even further, representations of the themes of the game. They're the epitome of good boss design, visually unique, with a level of detail that doesn't sacrifice on visual clarity, and challenging to boot, in that classic adrenaline-pumping way. You really feel like you're fighting what is essentially a god of this world. Even the game's worst boss fight is a climactic moment of grandeur. A fight against the greatest warrior in the lands between, in a hollow grove at the base of a tree. Your battle with Melania is onlooked by the statue of her long-lost brother Mikola, under whose gaze she blooms for the last time, and watches the tragedy that comes. That this grove, at the tip of the world, in the hardest to find area in the game, is her final resting place. The soul's roots may be deep, but the light is right here. All you have to do is open that first door to see it. The lands between is a gold-touched land, and the Earth Tree is its radiant ruler. This giant tree in the middle of the map is used both as a navigational anchor and as the game's principal mystery. It is ever present, showing its dominance over the land, demarcating its kingdom in a golden glow of providence and light. Is it no wonder that the secret societies and rotten lands of this world would exist deep below the ground, where the Earth Tree's light cannot touch? The lands between is actually a battleground of various gods vying for power. Every jaw-dropping vista is a result of one of these gods meddling in the world's affairs. The visual clarity between every god's domain should be praised in itself. The clear theme, demarcated through the sky, the land, and the ambience. Fetid lands and rotted corpses, contrasted with long shadows and starry skies. War-torn and yet still beautiful. The world of Elden Ring is its greatest achievement. Elden Ring is the best game I've played this year by a long shot. And I played Fallout 2 this year, so you know I ain't screwing around. The talented people of FromSoftware have been honing their craft for the last couple years, even decades, to give us this gift. This culmination of all that talent and experience exemplified in a game that feels bigger than most games can manage with a world twice the size. This was the game that catapulted FromSoft into the mainstream, and why shouldn't it? FromSoft should be proud of this achievement. In a way, I don't know where we can go from here. How high up can you go when you're already at the ceiling? Breaking that ceiling will be a challenge in itself, and it will be quite some time before any game can. Elden Ring stands in stark contrast to the tired tropes of gaming. It shows us all up, and reveals to us that a real game, a really good game, doesn't need excessive hand-holding, predatory monetization, or an overuse of copy and paste content. It doesn't need any of these to be good, to be successful, to mean something, to be something real, something meaningful, something you will never forget a couple years from now, or a couple decades from now. Something so unique and so fun, something that has you begging for more as you play, and has you satisfied that it ended when it's gone. Elden Ring is what gaming's all about. It's a flashback to your childhood, the wonder, the joy, the discovery. No other game has made me feel this way, and no other game will for a long time. There's no other game out there like Elden Ring, and that is why Elden Ring is the game of the year.
Foul tarnished, in search of the Elden Ring, emboldened by the flame of ambition, someone must extinguish thy flame. Let it be Margit the Fell. Put these foolish ambitions to rest.